To 100% complete Swordigo, we're going on a massive journey. We'll need to finish the entire story, track down every single hidden treasure chest scattered across the world, and collect all the powerful spells. Not only that, but we have to find all the legendary gear, including the mage blade, and beat every tough boss along the way. We're talking about a complete grind to hit the max level and uncover every secret area on the map. It's a lot of platforming, monster slaying, and puzzle solving, but we're going for that full completion. If you're ready to see how I did it, make sure to hype up the video, drop a like, and subscribe to the channel. We start the adventure at our character's home. Walking inside, we find him fast asleep. The game begins with a strange blue dream. An old wizard fighting a monster, magic bolts flying everywhere, dodging and attacking. We wake up and our hero immediately says, "What a weird dream." Yeah, totally strange with all the blue light. Anyway, let's move. Walking out of the cottage, we have to jump over a blue lake. I look around carefully, checking for hidden spots or secret paths underwater, but there is nothing there. Moving ahead, I see several houses: the Elder's home, the Healer's place, and a shop. Right now, only one building is open. Inside, a person in green clothes appears. I honestly cannot tell if they are male or female, but they give us important news. Our mentor went into the forest and should return soon. They hand over a weapon, warning that the world is dangerous. We will need it for protection against monsters. With their blessing, the quest begins. Find the master in the woods. Grabbing the golden blade, we head into the trees. Spiders appear right away. They are very weak, and one hit defeats them. The tutorial explains double jumping by pressing the button twice. Simple stuff. Going deeper, more spiders appear. The game says holding the jump button gives more height. Opening the first treasure chest gets us an achievement. We follow the wooden platforms, moving carefully until we reach the next zone. After some light parkour, we finally find the old mentor. But something is wrong. He is lying on the ground, not breathing. He was attacked. A note in his hand explains what happened. He says he is likely dead. The corrupted did it, and now we are the only ones who can stop them. We must go back to the village and find the elder. They will know what to do. Before we leave, the master gives us our first spell. Suddenly, the ground shakes violently. Time to run. The platforms crumble and a huge beast appears. We hit the creature with our new magic, but it just laughs. It says the spell is weak. Everything turns red as we fall. First death. But as we expected, we do not actually die. Every time we fall, the healer brings us back. She explains the plains are full of dwellers of the dark. There is a rumor about a legendary weapon with great power that can beat the corrupted. Obviously, we need to get that blade to take down these monsters. Before continuing, I grab the free Play Pass perks, removing ads, getting a useful compass to show the way, and doubling coin drops. Now we head out across the plains, smashing spiders along the path. We break jars for points, crystals we will use later to buy items. A new enemy appears that looks like a creature from Mario games. After defeating various monsters, we find a crate needed to climb a tall wall. We place the box, hop on top, and cross over. Going down, we break more jars to collect mana for spells. Magic blasts handle the spiders easily. We hit a checkpoint and enter a thorny area leading to a house. Inside, a guy in green says monsters stole his precious vase. He asks us to get the item back from the tower and gives us a key to enter. Achievement unlocked for our first key. Defeating an enemy levels us up for the first time. We can upgrade 3 stats: sword damage, magic power, or health. I choose the sword since it deals the most damage. I will focus on that for now. Entering a dark room. It is pitch black and full of bats. These flying pests are annoying and hard to hit as they swoop around. They almost defeat me, draining my health to 1 heart, but I barely survive. At the end, there is another monster, a horned beast. We need to grab the vase and return it to the villager. First, I have to defeat the horned creature. I try magic, but it fights back, stabbing me with its horn. Dead again. We respawn at the teleporter, forced to do the whole section again. The bats are still driving me crazy. Getting back to the horned enemy, I use a strategy. Trap it behind the vase. By standing in the right spot, I lock the enemy in a corner where I can hit it safely. It spawns ground spikes. Quite painful, but I manage to clear the room, grab the pot, and leave. I go too far and forget the spot, so I backtrack with the vase to the house. Going up the stairs, we deliver the item to the guy in green. He activates a raft. Honestly, it looks more like a moving platform than a raft. Using the platform, we reach new areas with creatures shooting magic. They really look like Mario enemies. They hit hard. I almost die, but reflecting the magic back with the sword makes it easier. We pass some checkpoints. I stupidly forget to activate them. Defeat more enemies, cross platforms, and I accidentally fall into a pit like a fool. I thought I had to jump there. Actually, I needed to go a different way. Since I am struggling with the jump, I explore and find a cave with a chest full of experience. Level up, upgrading magic now. Coming back, I remember to activate the checkpoint. Cannot make that mistake again. I grab the crate, set it up, and finally get through. Now with the box in position, I can move forward and fight horned creatures. Eventually, I need another crate, so I stack 2 boxes, push them along, and deal with frustrating platforms until I advance. There is a carnivorous plant that is incredibly irritating, and once again I walk right past the teleporter without activating it. Then I die. Since I missed the checkpoint, I have to do everything again and fight all the creatures. Climbing up through areas with red spiked enemies and the carnivorous plant, it ends up defeating me. While fighting the red guys, I level up again, so I apply another upgrade and keep going, destroying the annoying plants. We reach a wooden structure covered in spikes, looking like a castle. The area has multiple holes filled with spikes. Touching them kills you instantly. I go down, grab a chest with experience, then climb back up. I die to the stupid bats. Seriously, so tedious. The upper platform is hard because the bats constantly attack and knock us off. But I reach a spot with a mechanism that opens a door below. Going through it, a boss appears. I throw magic at him, but he deflects it with his sword, and I die from my own spell. That gets me an achievement for dying to my own magic. The spell backfired. I return to the boss over and over. Man, it is genuinely hard and frustrating. We cannot use magic. We have to rely on sword attacks, and he does massive damage. I die many times. Every time I try to land a hit, he slashes me, and I end up on the ground. The worst part? Having to come back through the whole section again, getting past the irritating bats. After dying several times, I finally figure out the strategy. Wait for him to attack, which creates an opening, then land maybe 2 hits before backing off. Pull back to dodge the next attack, wait for him to swing, then move in. Hit him, retreat, wait, engage again. Keep repeating the pattern until he is dead. There is no other way. He is too strong, and those sword swings take away multiple hearts. During all of that, while trying to beat him, I decide to check the shop. I teleport there and unlock another achievement for traveling through a portal. Looking at the stock, a health potion, a fire trinket, and a sword. Since I am broke on crystals, I only buy the sword. I equip the blade and head back. With the better sword, I do way more damage. I almost defeat him. He gets down to 9% health, just 1 more hit needed, but I die because I got greedy trying to land multiple strikes. He counters and finishes me off. Once more, getting past the annoying bats. This time I do it properly. Dodge well, land hits, back away, repeat until I finally defeat him. But again, I nearly win at 4% health when I only have half a heart left, take 1 hit, and die. So frustrating. I was so close. On my next try, I remember something I stupidly was not using. I can use magic, just have to wait for him to drop his guard. Once his shield is down, I blast him with the spell, which does serious damage. Way easier this way. I was so dumb for forgetting that. The first time he reflected the magic, but really I just needed to wait for the opening. Knowing the trick, I successfully take down the boss. Unfortunately, there is no achievement for beating him. He is literally the weakest boss in the game, so nothing special. We get a key though. While exploring, I accidentally defeat a bat with magic and get an achievement. I find an upper section, open a small chest, go through the golden door, and find swinging axes, dangerous traps that need careful timing. I die in that section. Coming back through the bats again, absolutely maddening. I open the door, use the golden key on another one, finally activate a checkpoint, and go down through an area full of traps with swinging axes and spikes. I make it through, defeat an enemy, grab some pots for health, collect a crate, get through the whole stretch, open a chest, and come back with the crate. I put it on the mechanism, hit the blue button, go down, and reach another boss. Actually, not a boss, just a giant monster. Going past that part, we find our dead mentor's ghost. He talks about the legendary weapon, the mage blade, hidden in the fortress. To help us, he teaches a new spell, a magic bomb. While figuring out how the bomb works, I accidentally defeat a bat with it and get an achievement. Testing it out, I discover I need to throw the bomb at cracked stone. This activates a mechanism below that opens the door. Moving forward, we meet a green warrior, really annoying, who we need to defeat. He is a mini-boss, but since we have gotten fairly good at combat, we handle him easily. We activate another checkpoint, but immediately die to a creature. At least we are next to the save point. Now with more health, I successfully defeat him. We need another crate here. I have to stack 2 crates, put one underneath, and throw another on top. This lets me push them together and reach a section where I open a chest to get a golden key. With it, we can unlock the door and get through the area. There is a green door. The only way past is destroying it with the magic bomb. Now we reach our real first boss. The other guy was not a true boss, more like a mini-boss. This one is genuinely massive. His name even shows as Boss with a question mark, no level listed. I keep using the magic bomb spell, throwing it and running away to safety. I almost beat him, and I do defeat him, thinking we are done, when suddenly another boss shows up. A black thing covered in swords, spinning around with blades, attacking me and doing crazy damage. He is insanely strong. Once again, I have to destroy the stone pillar first before reaching the next boss, who is way harder. The worst thing? Besides the annoying spinning sword attacks, fire magic keeps raining down too. It is total chaos. The strategy for beating him is basically, I need to wait for him to drop blue points that restore my mana. To defeat him, I have to use long-range magic. First, I wait for him to stop spinning and stay still in the corner. Only then can I actually damage him by throwing the blue magic spell. I wait for him to spin again, grab the blue points to recharge mana, and throw more magic. Keep repeating the pattern until his health is gone. It is tedious since I cannot use the sword. Getting too close means taking damage. I have to stay far away, casting spells and jumping constantly whenever he spins, until I finally defeat him. Once you learn the pattern, it is manageable. At first, when you don't know how to fight him, it is challenging. But after learning the trick, it gets way easier. Beating him opens a door so we can move forward. I thought there would be an achievement, but nope, nothing. Another boss without any reward. At least we successfully find the first fragment of the legendary weapon, the mage blade. We meet the old man, and he tells us he cannot help anymore. From now on, we need to go to Florennum and talk to the king. He will know what to do. We leave the elder's house and start our journey to find the king. Along the way, while defeating creatures, I grab a small chest with crystals, farming resources since I will need to buy weapons and healing potions, which are incredibly valuable. This time, I am just ignoring the spiders. I am sick of constantly fighting them. I don't really need to defeat everything, even though it gives decent experience. Just ignoring them and rushing through the map. While moving forward and beating monsters, I level up once more. Upgrading magic to balance things out. Cannot leave one stat behind. I activate the checkpoint portal and continue into the forest. Rolling creatures appear. Forest spirits or plant balls rolling around. On the platforms, we have to go all the way down and press the blue button. Quite annoying. I die a few times before successfully hitting it. Once it is activated, I can climb back up the platforms and the door opens so we can keep going. Here we have mushroom creatures shooting fireballs and magic that we need to reflect back to damage and defeat them. I fall multiple times here, dying over and over. It is fairly tough getting through the part, at least for me being a total fool who can barely play this game. But I am doing it for your entertainment, you know, even though I am a noob, like you guys love saying in the comments. Demonic skill problems. I defeat the annoying creature, go down, take out another one, and manage to get through the section. Along the way, taking advantage of my deaths, I explore the area. There are stones we can destroy with magic bombs, and there is a hidden chest. Since I will eventually need to collect everything for 100% completion, might as well grab it now. Man, the carnivorous plants are such irritating snipers. Extremely frustrating because they stay hidden, and I cannot hit them while they are attacking us. Really hard to deal with. But I defeat them, open the chest, collect the crystals, nothing major, and continue on my way. During all this back and forth trying to get through the part, I accidentally defeat myself like an animal with a bomb. I am absolutely terrible. At least I get an achievement for dying to my own bomb. After finally making it through the whole stretch, a creature shoots out spikes. I handle the area. Don't even try to defeat it, just ignore it and move past. Here is a green ball with multiple jumping spikes. I just throw a bomb, let it explode, and clear everything. During this, I also destroy the stone blocking my path. Open the chest, and get an achievement for finding 10 treasures. There is a wheel we need to wait for, timing the rotation to reach the broken part with an opening. Getting past that, we make it through the area. Along the way, we meet the boss. the Root Guardian, a wooden creature. He keeps throwing spikes and roots that come up from the ground, dealing massive damage. I just decide to ignore him for now and run right past. Once again, we have crates to stack, which lets us get through the part. Stacking all three means I can jump across everything and move to another section of the map, activating the checkpoint portal again. Here, there are two paths. I decide to go up, taking the right way. We arrive at the Evernight Caves. I take the elevator up, open another small chest, getting more crystals that will be useful for buying shop items. We defeat these corrupted north enemies. The part has another bat type, blue bats now. We break the stones in our way, defeat some bandits who aren't very strong. Quite weak, actually. I take them out easily. The plants are always irritating, snipers that keep taking away hearts, but I manage to get past them. Here, since I don't have my magic bomb, I cannot break the wood, so I just keep going forward. Probably a secret area there. The platform section above the blue lake is annoying because besides having to time the double jump perfectly, there is also a creature up ahead shooting magic at us. Gotta focus on two things at once. First, timing the jump right, then avoiding damage from the irritating enemy. Honestly, the hardest part of the game is the platforming. The jumping sections where you have to be careful are genuinely difficult. Bosses aren't that hard. Some are annoying, sure, but man, the platforming is legitimately tough. After several good tries getting through the part, we reach the castle. Going inside, there are multiple spiked creatures jumping around, but I will ignore everyone, the bats too, and we find the yellow guards. They tell us the king is impressed and give us a golden key we will need. I accidentally fall onto a chest, didn't even know it was there, but that is good since it helps with getting 100% completion. We continue, enter the section, go back to the cottage since we can now unlock the door with the key. We go into the area and down into the caves. There is a boss, Zeke, the bandit leader. I am fighting him, and he needs a bunch of hits since he has a lot of health, but I accidentally push him into the lake, which instantly defeats him by throwing him in the pit, getting me the achievement. The most frustrating thing here is the jumping spikes. Absolutely the worst part, but at least we get through and make it back to the upper area, arriving at Florennum City, where we were supposed to go, where the Elder told us. We enter the tower. Multiple fires are blocking the path. Gotta navigate the platforms as always. Rather difficult and annoying to get through, but after a few tries, we make it. At the end, a big creature appears shooting magic, knocking us down and defeating us. So once again, going through the fires. Really tedious. The stones, the platforms. He is fairly tough to defeat with lots of health, needing multiple hits. But eventually, he falls in a pit and dies. We open the chest, getting a key. Moving forward, using the key, unlocking and getting past. Another mage appears, but it isn't as strong. Again, the annoying mage needs defeating. I die, so I have to go back through everything, beat the creature, and get here again. This time, I just ignore him. The guy has way too much health. I go right past, climb up everything, grab another golden key, fall into the spikes below, but survive. I come back, open the section with the key. I also ignore that boss, the mage standing there. I just keep going. Don't care anymore, just want to finish the story. In this part, I need to move back and forth to get a wood piece to a higher level, so I can jump. I die multiple times before understanding the trick. Rather difficult. Once more, another strong creature, a Dark Knight. The most annoying thing about them is the shield that blocks all damage. Gotta wait for them to attack before I can land hits. That is the most frustrating part. After beating him, we meet the king. He talks about our dead mentor and says we need to end the conflict by finding all the fragments of the legendary sword, the Mage Blade. He tells us which way to go. We activate all the blue buttons, which opens the door. Here, there is a part where I spend forever trying to understand what to do. If we are too slow, the stone comes down with spikes and kills us instantly. We need to be quick to figure it out. Takes me quite a while to solve. Basically, I need to put a little bomb in the hole, activate the mechanism that pushes it toward the blue button, which then opens the door. Spent way too long figuring that out. After that, there is an area full of rising fires we need to get past. Quite annoying. I die several times. Plus, the irritating bats keep attacking. Following all that, there is another puzzle where I need to get the fireball to the other side to activate the blue button. Gotta control the stones, making space for the fireball. It is actually fairly straightforward. Completing it drops the key. I go down the whole section, hit the checkpoint, and face another boss. Man, this one was genuinely hard. By far the toughest boss I had fought up to this point. Extremely frustrating. There is a trick I discover later that makes him way easier, but I don't know it yet. So I take a ton of hits beating him. Lots of suffering. The trick is dodging the magic balls he throws while trying to land as many hits as possible before he moves positions, repeating the pattern until he is down. Just getting past his first phase takes forever. During all this, I equip the fire trinket on my sword that increases damage. Pretty strong. But even with that, I am still not doing enough damage to defeat the boss quickly. It is a really long, tedious battle. I try farming to level up, but my damage is still too low. The answer is just keep trying until I beat him. While struggling, I look for other ways to get stronger. I find a chest with the Trinket of Shadow that can enchant our weapon with darkness. Unlocks another achievement. I equip it on our sword. As you can see, it is not that great since it doesn't increase damage, just gives energy drain. So I prefer keeping our sword with fire and the darkness enchantment on our magic instead. I go back to the boss, spending forever learning his movements and attack patterns until I beat the first phase. In the second phase, we are in the section staying in the corner because he shoots so many fireballs. Cannot approach with the sword. I even try, but it just gets me killed. Coming back, I have to beat the first phase again. This time it is way easier since I have learned how to fight him. Here, the second phase strategy is all about magic. Gotta stay far away with magic, launching blue orbs that can be cast from range until he is dead. We can restore mana by defeating the little creatures, the spikes, that drop small blue orbs. This lets me cast more magic until his health is gone. After a while, a third phase starts. Yep, the boss has 3 phases. In the third phase, he moves to the section which I found. Even though I die at first from low health and mistakes, way easier than the second phase. The third phase is actually the easiest of all. Just dodge while waiting for him to get to the center area, the stone in the middle. Then just hit him until he is dead. Way easier, way smoother. I can use my sword, which does more damage, so it is more manageable. Beating him opens the door, letting us grab another sword fragment. Another mage blade shard. We talk to the king, who says we need to keep going since there are more fragments to find. Now we need to go to the fear depths of the great caves beyond the wastelands. We travel to the wastelands. As you can see, it is a dead-looking area with plants all yellowish colored, like a desert. I get through the part. Platforming is always tedious. I grab a small chest and level up to 12, so I apply those upgrades. The section is also annoying because they shoot fireballs we need to reflect while climbing the platforms. Man, I am so tired of these creatures. Really irritating. I keep going, activate the checkpoint. The area is kinda confusing. After defeating a creature, there is a dark bandit that defeats me. There is an enormous gap we need to cross. The space is so big. The pit is long, requiring a perfect stretched out jump to make it across the part. Takes several tries before I master the jump, but it works. We get past, go up, navigate through the whole stretch. Getting here, there is just a red portal that turns the whole screen red. I activate the mechanism opening the areas below, but first we have to defeat the boss, Zudara the Executioner. He is quite annoying with his little shield, but since I have gotten good at dodging attacks and landing strikes, I beat him on the first try. I go to the lower section following an area full of spiders that are now jumping like frogs. Way harder to defeat now. One mistake and they do massive damage. We have these caves, the great caves mentioned before. It is literally the most confusing zone in the game because it has so many entrances and directional signs everywhere. It is chaotic, as you will see. I get past an annoying creature shooting magic. The area shows you can go multiple ways. It is trial and error, trying different routes until you find the exit and figure out where to go. At least with the compass showing me where to travel, it is easier. Without the tool, navigating would be tough. I would recommend watching YouTube videos for getting through these parts. Pretty confusing. After spending forever in the confusing tunnels, I reach a section with 4 directional signs. I am lost about what to do, trying all of them. Then I notice going through the first one on the left lights a torch. It clicks. Go through each one in the right order, lighting all the torches to unlock the path. We activate the checkpoint and get to the section mentioned earlier. There is a platform with fire. We can grab the golden key pretty easily. It is annoying because a magma ball falls and does huge damage if you mess up. I get trapped there and die. Game over. Since I am taking so much damage from the magma ball, I go to the shop and buy plate armor for protection. Now properly geared up, I can handle the magma balls normally. Despite taking a few hits, I make it through. I keep going through everything. There are rotating stones we need to navigate. Actually pretty manageable. We reach a weak creature, a burning charger. Defeat them. About 3 total. More platforming with spinning fires. Another checkpoint activated. In the section, as you can see, we have to climb and go up while a sea of magma and fire rises to kill us. Gotta be fast. Hesitate and you are dead. I die multiple times, but eventually you learn the pattern and it gets easier. Just have to master the timing. After defeating all the creatures, almost dying in the final section but making it through, we meet our mentor once more. He is happy we made it this far, that we have gotten stronger, traveled so far, and his hopes were not lost after all. Obviously, he teaches us another spell, the Dragon Grasp. With the spell, we can basically be Spider-Man. It is literally like a web we throw that sticks to purple targets, letting us swing like Spider-Man. I use the magic to get through the whole stretch because it helps with really long jumps. We reach an area also full of fire with platforms going up and down. Kinda difficult, but I manage it, getting through on the first try. In the wide open area, there is a golden key hidden behind a sealed stone wall. Takes me forever to figure out what to do. Man, I am so dumb sometimes with puzzles. I keep defeating the bats over and over, throwing a bunch of magic bombs at the stone trying to break it, and nothing works. The bats are infinite. You can kill a million and more keep spawning. They are not the answer. After way too long, I realize I need to use the dragon magic, the Dragon Grasp. From up high, jumping way up and targeting the purple thing at the top of the stone that looks like an angel or a winged creature. Probably bat related or something. Basically, I have to throw the magic at that purple fire. Each hit with the spell makes it go down bit by bit until finally the whole section opens up with the golden key so we can grab it. Coming back, I can now unlock the door, get through, and activate another portal with a checkpoint. We reach another boss, and obviously since we are in the fire area, it is a fire boss. He keeps launching fireballs and magic at us. The frustrating thing is we cannot reach him because he just keeps flying around and won't come down. The only way to hit him is using the Dragon Grasp magic that pulls enemies toward you. We pull him, jump, and land some hits. That is what you have to do. After draining his health for a while, we hit the second phase where platforms activate, but fire bombs also start falling. Fairly tough, need to keep dodging. I die from them. On my second try reaching the second phase again, I do way more damage. Now we are a bit higher up, so it is somewhat easier to hit him, but it is still tough because just touching him causes damage. Plus, the fireballs keep raining down all over the map. I die again. After more tries, I finally pull off a good combo sequence, hitting his head over and over, and successfully defeat the cursed thing. So we get the third Mage Blade fragment, the third shard. Our mentor appears saying there is only one more shard left before we get the legendary sword. Now we need to go to the top of the snow mountain. We go back along the path we traveled before, climbing the sections, grabbing an experience bag, leveling up our character, getting stronger and more powerful. Finally, we reach the snow section. Using the Dragon Grasp to get to the top, ice balls fall doing massive damage. Gotta keep dodging. There is also a corrupted ice dwarf. That platform, as always, needs jumping and climbing. Whenever there are sections with falling balls, it always reminds me of Indiana Jones. Those spheres rolling down from the dungeons in that movie. With a ton of effort and barely any health, like 1.5 hearts, I get through the part and activate another checkpoint. I meet an old guy, not our mentor, who says he found gold, a huge boulder of gold, claiming he will be the richest person ever. He asks us to get the boulder of gold for him, so we will do the little quest for the old man. We get past the really annoying ice platforms, and here come the most irritating creatures in the whole game. You don't understand how much I hate these awful birds. The cursed things are such a pain. They keep jumping at you, always coming in huge numbers, swarming and killing you. Seriously, absolutely infuriating. Obviously, after getting through everything, we have to fight the boss, the Nest Queen. She is pretty manageable, but I almost beat her first try. She gets down to 10% health. Overall, a fairly easy boss. On my second attempt, I successfully defeat her. She has a golden ball we need to bring back to the old guy who asked for it. We climb the section, throwing the ball and moving forward. Throwing the ball, going back, throwing the ball, jumping, and so on. But the worst part? When we get to the top, suddenly more of the cursed birds show up, a bunch of them, and defeat us. Like I said, I hate these things. For me, they are the worst enemies in the game. Literally a plague. I defeat the Nest Queen again and grab my golden ball. This time, I am smart about it, deciding to kill the birds first. I lure the awful birds and make them fall down below. That was a high IQ move. Genuinely brilliant. I go with our ball moving through everything, and once again the terrible birds show up. The pests kill me again, forcing me to go back and do everything once more. I am their #1 hater. Nobody hates them more than me. After getting through everything and arriving here again with my golden ball, this time I am smarter, staying far back, taking them out one by one until I finally clear all the birds. I am left with 1.5 hearts, but I survive. I grab my golden ball, keep going until I successfully make it back and deliver the item to the old guy. He is grateful and gives us a golden key as thanks. With it, we can get through the part and reach the top where we need to go. We keep climbing higher, defeating creatures. Here we go down a bit since we cannot climb higher yet. We go down an area with multiple falling ice balls. We manage to get past them, and again, more of the birds appear. At least it is only 2 this time. I successfully dodge them and avoid everything. I climb the part with tons of balls falling. Fairly tough to get through, and I am down to half a heart. 1 hit means death. The ice spikes almost kill me too, but it works out. But at the end, going down the section, the birds catch me again and defeat me. I think the enemy I died to most in the game is these birds. Totally unacceptable. Coming back here again, I try to quickly get through the part so the birds don't catch me. It works successfully. I almost die from the ice spikes though. More falling ice balls. I get past all the ice platforms, run into some ice bats, hit level 16 and upgrade our health. Now we have a ton of hearts. This helps since enemies are getting way stronger. Lots of bats here. I ignore them all, get through, try to survive without dying. Take a few hits but make it. Finally, we reach the top. Activate another portal and meet the skeleton boss, Edogami the Deadly. He shoots blue magic, blue fire. Gotta be careful since it does huge damage. I keep using the dragon magic, the dragon grasp, pulling him to me, which makes it easier to hit him. But eventually, I die from the blue magic balls. After several tries, I successfully beat him. I am left with 1 heart of health, but it works, unlocking an achievement for defeating him. Here, once again, we have to grab that golden key to unlock the door. The platform section is annoying, especially because the final part has an ice floor. Fairly tough to control and jump through the whole section. Takes many tries before I get through the area. For me, honestly, the platforming is way harder than the bosses. It is on another level. After a bunch of deaths, I make it. I grab the key and go back down, opening the door. Now there is more platforming with ice floors. Are you kidding me? And I still die to a bat. So dumb of me. After several falls and deaths, I reach the top and grab the golden key. Coming back and getting through here, there is another of the skeletons. Now a frost mage. As a boss, he is fairly easy. Barely any health. I open the door, activate another portal, and keep going along the falling ice platforms. There is no going back. If you try, you will die. It is a one-way path you have to follow. I get through everything on the first try. Fairly easy. Here there is that beetle again shooting ice balls at me. I die. I would rather just defeat myself right away since I have barely any health, letting me reset. Getting to the other side, going through the whole section, we find our mentor's spirit. He explains this is a dimensional portal. Going through it takes us to another dimension. The rumor is that the corrupted got their powers from the Dark Realm. We go through the portal. It is like Stranger Things, literally an upside-down world. Everything turns red and creatures come out attacking us. Look like crows or something. Black things. It keeps shooting bombs, throwing fire magic at us. It is incredibly strong and hard to hit. I die, but don't give up. I try more times. At first, I attempt to just run past without killing it, but it is getting harder and harder to get by without fighting. I even reach the other side, but I need to grab an object and bring it back to the portal. Coming back without defeating it would be tough. Gotta defeat it first. So I stop trying to ignore the monster and work on defeating it before getting the item. Doing it this way lets me grab the loot and come back. I die here, jumping in the wrong pit, not timing the platform right. But I come back, grab it again, and successfully get through the whole section, reaching the portal once more with the item. So we learn another magic that lets us move between dimensions, the Dimension Rift. But if we stay too long in the other dimension, creatures will start chasing and killing us. Gotta be careful. This time I climb the whole ice area. The platforms have creatures shooting ice balls that do massive damage. I successfully climb up, reaching the top. Here apparently there is nothing. You cannot see anything, no creatures. But the secret is using the dimension magic, the dimension rift. When we change dimensions, a stone appears along with a creature, a lesser corruptor, that we need to defeat. I immediately go back to the normal dimension and start trying to defeat him. This one has way more health, making it much harder to defeat, but just keep jumping and hitting, jumping and slashing with the sword, and you will get it. I die on the first try because, well, it is the first time. Rarely do you defeat a boss on the first attempt. At least, not me. I am not that good. After several tries, I successfully defeat him, getting a golden key so we get through the door and reach the other side, activating another portal. Here, there is just another boss. This is a legit boss. He has protection where we need to change dimensions to break his whole shield. There are 2 statues giving him shields. Once we break them, we can hit him, but I die taking a hit to the face. Seriously, the boss is really tough, especially having to constantly switch dimensions breaking his shield while he keeps shooting birds. Annoying. You know how much I hate the birds. So I found defeating the boss hard, especially with those spinning attacks with the hammer. I suffer a ton trying to defeat him. Takes many attempts. And worse, when you finally do over 50% damage, he reactivates the shield. Gotta activate the dimension rift. Switch dimensions, break his shield, then hit him again. Quite annoying. I try tons of times, fail multiple times, die over and over. I even buy some health potions because I cannot take it anymore. Constantly dying when I am so close to beating him. The worst part, once I successfully defeat him, but I die right after, so it didn't count. When I come back, I thought everything would be unlocked. Him dead, but no, doesn't work like that. If I defeat him and die at the same time, it doesn't count. Gotta defeat him and survive. After trying more times, I successfully defeat the creature and get through the part. Beat him, unlock the area, and move forward. So we get the final mage blade fragment. Finally! Our mentor shows up congratulating us for making it. Now we need to go to the Chambers of Power, where we will combine the fragments and get the legendary sword. I go back through the whole ice platforming section, which, with the bats, gets fairly tough. The falling balls getting in the way, but I manage to get through. After dying multiple times, I realize I can just teleport to an area closer to where I am going. Yeah, I made a huge mistake here. Kinda dumb, but whatever. After teleporting to the caves area, pretty confusing zone, I managed to get through easier, reaching the Chambers of Power. Here, as always, at first there is nothing. Just fire, magma, lava to kill us. But then a bridge starts rising, giving us a way forward. Moving ahead, we reach the altar that combines all the sword fragments, building for us finally the mage blade, getting that awesome achievement. Now we have the most powerful weapon in the game. It already has that fire enchantment, crazy strong, dealing even more damage. Now that we have the sword, our goal is taking out the corrupted. I teleport to the area closest to where I am going and head through the totally purple zone. The center of everything, where the corrupted are, the source of the corruptors. In the area, there is that annoying creature as always. You know, the corruptor that looks like an eagle or something. Here, there is a huge pit we need to cross. The only way is switching dimensions, which makes a bridge appear. I keep going, activate another portal with a checkpoint, and we have just got one of the hardest parts of the game in my opinion. At least for platforming, because the part is insanely difficult. The beginning is just awful. Every time you land on the stones, they start falling. Plus the fireball comes at you. Gotta worry about multiple things at once. And the ending part is even harder. I need to time perfectly to jump without getting hit by the fireball and make it across. I found it hard dying many times just at the beginning trying to get through. After that, in the section, as you can see, we have to activate the dimension to reach the golden key. Fairly straightforward, actually. I go there, grab it, come back, and go for the next one, where we need to defeat the corruptor again. But this time he has a sword instead of magic shooting bombs and fireballs at us. Actually, he is not that strong. The problem is the fireballs coming at us. Tons of them, making it really tough to defeat him. Dying once more means going through the whole grind, the entire platforming area, until finally reaching the guy again. After a while, I successfully defeat him, getting both golden keys. I unlock the area, get through, and run into the annoying corruptor again. The area confuses me at first. don't understand what to do. After dying a bunch of times initially, I think I need to be faster than the ball, but that is impossible. It is always faster than you. The trick to getting through the part is reflecting the fireballs. Yeah, gotta reflect them to make it through the area. It is not as easy as it looks. You might watch me play and think it is easy and start saying, wow, this guy sucks, he is horrible. But this is hard, I swear, it is challenging. If you played, unless you are a god at games or super skilled, you will agree this part is difficult. The worst part? As you go higher, the fireballs get faster and faster with more of them appearing, making it harder and harder to reach the end. Struggled a bit, but managed to get through and grab another golden key. Come back through everything. Here, as you can see, this isn't the way because we need to come from behind and move the crate to jump across the area. So that method won't work. I spend time trying to figure out the area's secret and discover I need to use the dragon grasp in the part to go way up and continue. I discover in the area I gotta use the dragon grasp twice until reaching the top. Getting past that, suddenly there is a section full of fireballs. I take some damage here but make it. Getting there, we teleport to the area behind the crate so I can push it and jump getting through the section. Now those annoying birds I hate show up. Worst part? I have barely any health, almost dying. Forced to use my health potion or I would be dead. As you can see, I jumped to the wrong spot so I die. Not really, just teleport back losing hearts. In the area, I need to jump and activate the dragon grasp, which puts us in a portal teleporting us up. So I keep going meeting another boss. The skeleton with the powerful weapon. Look at the guy's huge sword, but I have low health, make mistakes, and die to him. Messed up too much. I buy another health potion and come back to the annoying platform going through the whole area with the fires coming at me. Come back to the part where I die multiple times along the way. The area is ridiculously hard. I defeat the skeleton doing the upgrades. Now as you can see, my health and sword are maxed out. Just need to finish upgrading my magic. In the area, apparently there is nothing. We reach the end. But when we turn back, it starts flashing and switching dimensions, constantly changing until we are teleported to the area with the boss, the giant black eagle now, with a sword plus shooting magic too. Way harder. The most annoying thing is he stays up high, making it tough to hit him. At first, I don't get what to do. Then I realize to reach him, I have to switch dimensions. Only then does he come down with us. If I stay in the normal dimension, he will fly. So I gotta switch dimensions, stay in the dark dimension. Then he stays low and I can hit him. But it is not easy. Crazy hard boss. I die so many times. Even almost dying, I eventually successfully defeat him. He gets tiny and disappears. There is a portal to go through that teleports us back to the area. Suddenly, there is an orb. The Chaos Orb. When you think the fight is over and you have beaten the game, the Chaos Orb appears. Destroying it just makes a copy of us. Yeah, a clone. Literally the hardest boss in the game. Fighting ourselves. The Master of Chaos. I start out great, doing really well on my first try. I almost defeat him, draining the whole health bar. Gets down to 10% health, but he defeats me. If I had a health potion there, I could have beaten him. So sad. Worst part? When you die, you have to go back to the earlier boss, the Black Eagle, the dark creature. Defeat him all over again before the Master of Chaos appears. After defeating him, we reach the Master of Chaos again. Start hitting, but it is tough. He does a sword strike with crazy range, dealing massive damage, way more than us. So you already know, I die tons of times before successfully defeating the thing. Worst part? Once it bugs out and suddenly there are two of them. Yeah, two Chaos Masters. Don't know what happened. I even thought I could use the bug to beat him since one stayed still the whole time. But when I am almost defeating the still one, I die. Don't even know what would have happened if I defeated one. Probably would have had to defeat both. Just one wouldn't be enough. Anyway, I die and keep trying until I master the timing dodging his attacks. I figure out the best way to defeat him is jumping and hitting. Do a jump and sword slash. That is the best method. So I finally successfully defeat him, unlocking another achievement for beating the Master of Chaos. With that, we finally beat Swordigo. Yeah, we finished the whole game's story. The credits start rolling, telling the story, saying, after all the evil was destroyed, the corruption was wiped out, and now the kingdom lives in peace and harmony. End of story. But it is not over. We haven't finished everything yet. Gotta grind now. Gotta go through all the game areas, collecting all the secrets and treasures to properly finish the game. After all, we don't have all the achievements yet. While exploring the map, trying to find all the areas and secrets, I get an achievement for cutting 100 bushes. I start from the game's beginning, the first maps, until reaching the final parts. The start is fairly easy. Finding secrets is straightforward. Usually just going through an area, grabbing small chests. Very simple, pretty basic. During this, after grabbing a small chest without even realizing, thinking they were just random bats, I defeat a creature, Sasan the Angry, killing the bat who was a boss, unlocking an achievement. Yeah, an early boss, so he is incredibly weak. One hit kills him, but at least it gives an achievement. Shortly after, while moving forward, I also meet another boss, now a golem. Also only takes one hit since I am crazy strong. The sword does insane damage. Get another achievement, obviously. Open the chest, collect some crystals, because for one achievement, we need to reach 999 crystals. Yeah, so we will need to farm along the path. But it won't be a problem because we will go through so many areas collecting so many treasures, I will way exceed the 999 crystal limit. The next secret I find involves pushing a rock with dirt, giving access to a chest. Opening it shows a sword, unlocking an achievement for finding the needle. I keep grinding, going through all the game areas. Obviously, gotta go through the final section again with the platforming area, the most annoying and hardest of all. But since we are more experienced in the game now, it is a bit easier. There is a puzzle section here too. Go through the puzzle with the rocks where you have to stack them the right way to get through or they will block your path. After reaching the top and opening another chest, we get an achievement for finding 40 treasures. We also meet another boss, Jack, fairly easy to defeat, dies in a few hits. Finally, opening another chest, we reach 999 crystals, unlocking an achievement. Yeah, and like I said, we won't stop at the limit, way exceeding the limit. Not that I will get more than 999 crystals. That is impossible. But I will collect tons of crystals that will be thrown away because we hit the limit. But it doesn't matter anyway, since we have everything in the game. After defeating Arian, we find another sword, the Thorn, unlocking another achievement. Funny thing, all these swords we are collecting, none are stronger. They are literally being wasted, not using them because we already unlocked the game's most powerful sword, the Mage Blade. After that, I defeat another boss, Slick, with that achievement. Here is one of the game's most confusing sections, like we talked about before, the caves. Just got multiple directional signs to follow. Sometimes you jump in pits to teleport somewhere else. This was the only part where I really struggled finding secrets. All the others I managed without watching videos, just following the game. But this one was impossible. Had to watch a video to find out where things are because the section was confusing. Later, I find a magic sword, the Lord of the Undead, unlocking the Lord of the Undead achievement. Finally, after a ton of grinding, collecting all the map secrets, unlocking all the areas, getting all the chests, we unlock an achievement for finding all the treasures. The achievement name obviously had to be Indiana Jones. Now there are only 2 achievements left to finish the game. One is defeating the boss in Florennum without taking any damage. Yeah, I can't take a single hit. This boss that shoots tons of fire would be crazy hard to beat without damage, but I find a great way to defeat him easily. If you hit him when he is tiny, just starting to grow, it is one hit and he dies. First time, I don't pull it off, but the second time I do it, defeating him without taking any damage, with one strike, getting the achievement. Like a ninja. Now finally, the last achievement. This one confused me at first because for this, we need to visit all the locations. But I had already done everything. Got 100% of the game basically. Unlocked all the areas, collected all the chests, so I didn't know which place was left to visit. No clue. Searching Google, I found out probably the place most people didn't visit was the healer's house. I hadn't gone there yet. One of their houses I hadn't visited. The one in Florennum. Visiting the healer's house unlocks the game's final achievement, the Explorer achievement. So finally getting Platinum in Swordigo, achieving 100% of this amazing game. Seriously, I really enjoyed the game. The story is engaging and fun, the gameplay is excellent, the platforming is crazy hard with some areas pretty frustrating to get through. The bosses are also challenging and entertaining. We have the most annoying enemy of all, literally like the demonic dogs from Souls-likes, the irritating birds that do massive damage jumping around, coming in huge swarms. Overall, the game is fantastic. Enjoyed it a ton. Super fun. Recommend playing it if you haven't yet. Probably most of you watching the video already played this game, but whoever hasn't, please play it. It is excellent. That is it. I enjoyed the game, finished 100% as you are seeing all achievements on Play Games. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Soon I am bringing more videos with different games. If you want to recommend any game for me to play, just comment below. I read all the comments. Every single one without exception. Whenever there is a game that is really requested that lots of people keep asking for, you can be sure I will make it. Sometimes it takes a while because there are so many games. You guys request so many different titles, so I can't make everything at once, but eventually the game you want will come. So request in the comments and I will make it, okay? That is it. Signing off here and see you in the next video.